Peace and blessings. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday from Team Angie. Peace and blessings. It's here to put some positive vibes down your timeline. Show some love and appreciation to all my supporters. Those of you who are new to my page, I'm Aaron Glenn, private personal consultant and advocate for mental health awareness. And as an addition to Team Angie, we also have eCourse digital products, master resale rights, helping people achieve financial freedom one step at a time. Through my proven system, free blueprint copy, step-by-step, live guidance, and mentorship. Just want to leave a little positive vibes on y'all timeline before I get started, and then we're just going to chat for a bit. I'm going to show y'all what I'm really excited about. Also, how y'all could get some of this cash giveaway coming July 3rd, second annual year event. And yeah, we're going to get to it in just a bit. But before that, I'm going to show y'all this real quick. It's a wonderful feeling, right? I just pull this app up. I be on here a lot. And then first thing I see when I start, I was looking for some music. But I see my shit right here. And it kind of feel good, you know? Wait, hold on. Because I pulled up this one too, trying to get it out the way. But I was on this one too, first page. It just switched up. But yeah, be feeling good. Like, you know, I get on here. No, all work management platforms are the same. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, if I did it on accident. Hold on. But yeah, my shit popping up. This ain't the first time though. I usually take little pictures and make like little so now they ain't popping up the reels. And then they did it like this, but my shit was right here 2 times in a row. Be listening to him right here. AB Academy, he pretty dope. Perky, the Matthews fam. Yeah, shout out to y'all too if y'all ever see my content. I be watching y'all on YouTube every day. Y'all can check me out. But anyway, nevertheless, yeah, that's just that. I'm gonna show y'all my video too right here with it, what I made or whatnot. You can check that out. It just feel good, you know, like to show that your work is being seen and it's being appreciated. It don't really matter if my shit go viral or not, as long as they get the information that I got to give and, you know, it's there for the world to see whenever they're ready to see it. Today is June 3rd. Yeah, June 3rd, 2025. And I'm just reading from my little motivational book. It's called Enjoying Time in His Presence by Sarah Young. And it goes, for today, I want to be central in your entire being. When you focus in firmly on me, my peace dispels fears and worries. They will encircle you, seeking entrance, so you must stay alert. Let trust and thankfulness stay guard, turning back fear before it can gain a foothold. There is no fear in my love, which shines on you continuously. Sit quietly in my love, light, while I bless you with radiant peace. Turn your whole being to trusting and loving me. 1 John chapter 4, verse 18. And before I start anything, I'm going to just start sharing verses with y'all. It's how I like to start my day, being grateful, you know, that this type of stuff is available. If you want positivity, you got to pursue that shit, you know. So I go check this type of stuff out. We're here in June. So yeah, that's what I do, you know. Get a little inspiration, a little motivation, and then I go about my day. But I put God first, and I just start thanking God for allowing me to have this present moment and experiencing this present gift of life and experience. And then I look forward to other things to be grateful for as the day progresses. And that's just that, you know. talk about it all the time because mindset is important. If you wake up unthankful, ungrateful, your day is going to go about having more experiences to be ungrateful and to be in that low vibrational state. But whatever, is your reality, is your choice. You choose to do as you please. I choose to be cool and have a good day and a good life and good vibes, and choose to roll up and get high and amplify that while y'all watch my video, and then I show y'all what I do as far as managing stress and anxiety. I do different things, but when I advocate for mental health, I wanted to be clear on the steps you could take to be proactive, actionable steps and tools to use to manage stress and anxiety, to have a clear path and to flow freely. I was talking the other day about circadian rhythm. I hear it a lot. I don't really truly know what the meaning is, so I'm not going to get into it. But from my understanding, let me just look it up really quick. I'm thinking it's like when you naturally flowing with the universe, right? Like how the seasons change. It always change one after the other. You never get winter and then you get spring right away, or it's kind of crazy when you think about it. Like they don't go backwards, but they always in line. They always in place, and that's just a part of the system. Like you never see the sun just all of a sudden going back the other way. It's weird things go on, but nevertheless, like the sun comes up and it goes down. It's inevitable. It's bound to happen. Just like playing with fire, you're bound to get burned. It's hot, Certain things are just meant to be, and it's just the natural flow of life. Like you don't see a dolphin out here trying to walk on the land or whatnot because it's unnatural. Nor do you see like what natural stuff is. Well, you probably don't, because the world is so corrupt and so unnatural, and the things that they promote and present to you is to go against the natural flow of the world. That's why a lot of people stay in constant chaos, because they're living unnaturally and they don't know what's natural as far as the world and how it's supposed to go. Thanks for tuning in. Peace and blessings, love. Just talking about mental health awareness and how it's important to be alert, giving people actionable steps and tools to use to manage anxiety. The things that I do myself personally that helps me to manage anxiety and stress, to keep a cool, level head, to keep my mind on the swivel, is I journal a lot. I just got done journaling, and I like being around like-minded individuals. I like to be equally yoked, is what they say in the Bible or whatnot. I'm no diehard Christian or nothing like that. I'm a spiritual being, and that's what I like to say. I practice spirituality and spiritual guidance or whatnot. But with that being said, I like to journal and I like to practice what I preach, because these things help me achieve different levels in life. And this is from last night, from mentorship. I get mentored myself as well. Wait, no, not this. Okay, so yeah, this is what I do when I journal. This is something you can do as well, because you want to be accountable, right? And if not, then you want to keep on making excuses. You can do one of two things. You can make shit happen, or you can make an excuse. And this is me not making excuses. Wait, no, this not it either. This is it right here. 25 failures. Let me get this pen out the way. And I go to this, and I wrote down a lot of stuff just last night. These are my 25 failures on why I'm not where I need to be. I didn't even do 25. I have a few more to go. I didn't make any mistakes today. But this is a little project, a little experiment y'all can do. And I just learned this myself to help me be accountable and to stay real with myself, to be in reality, So when I make a video, when I go over my stuff, okay, the first thing I did wrong, my first mistake was I switched up the type of content or whatever, These are personal things to me, but these are all my failures. And I'm looking at everything and I'm being honest, like, I need to do this, I need to stop doing that, and so on and so forth. Just 25 things. So after I was doing this, I stopped here, and then I realized, like, okay, I know what I need to do, and I made a video. And the power of being accountable is you see progress. You can track what's working, you can track what's not working. That's how I become accountable. Also, how I evolve. But nevertheless, that little experiment got me to do this last night. And I'm finna roll up in a bit while y'all watch my video. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask them, what does circadian rhythm mean? Because I like to look up shit too. I don't know, so I'm not finna sit here and act like I know some shit. A lot of people got that really bad. They'll sit here and mislead and misguide a motherfucker, acting like they know some shit and put a person in a worse position than they already was in. I'm not that type of guy. Like, I'll look up some shit. I don't know. And there's nothing wrong with not knowing shit. You don't know. All right. Oh, okay, so yeah, I kind of had that right. Circadian rhythm is like an internal clock. It helps regulate sleep, wakefulness, hormone production, and other bodily functions over a roughly 24-hour cycle. It's influenced by natural light, so when the sun rises, your body gets signals to wake up, and then it starts to prepares for rest. When your circadian rhythm is aligned, you feel energized during the day and sleepy at night. But things like jet lag, late night screen time, and irregular sleep schedules can throw it off, leaving you groggy and unfocused. Ever had sleep schedule completely messed up and felt like a zombie the next day? That's your circadian rhythm protesting. So I just had to look that up. You can't flow naturally when you're not having the energy to do things or whatnot. And then I just did this last night. I think this was it. Oh no, this was I didn't mean to post this one, but so anyway, right? That I did this one 2 days ago. I don't know why they just showing it now, but I guess it takes time sometimes. Let's see. So what I did was what I just did today. I put a video out, and and I was just like, I'm finna go live or whatnot. Y'all come check me out. And then when I did that, it helped me. I just some buzz, some gelato. I I was able to be focused and stay on topic, and I did a little different than I usually do it. If y'all didn't know either, I just showed y'all, right? I be on YouTube a lot. I used to be on TikTok when I had the other phone. I don't do it as much with this one because I like to keep my shit a certain image a certain way. And this camera don't record the way that the other one did, so I just like whatever, right? But I still post, just not the way that I used to. I evolved the way that I post on that platform. This is a grinder. I use grinders and stuff too, bro, like a little joint. But I still smoke swishes and shit though. Like I like to have the taste, the flavor, but I don't like all that flavor shit. I don't like no dry ass leaves or woods. Whatever, right? Like I like to keep it simple. The shit cheap. It still work. I get it from my uncle. He always just buy the red pack. Rest in peace, fly. But shit, it's about like being able just to be real with yourself. Like I had to figure out and come to realize like I'm not coachable, right? I know shit and that's a good thing, but it's a bad thing when you're not coachable because you stuck in the box of your perspective. And perspective is basically like what people believe in. That's where they go by. And belief is just something that you think is partially true. You leaning more towards it's true than it's not true. A lot of people say they believe in God, and that's true, because they don't know God for themselves. They don't know God to be real. That's why they have to believe. I don't believe. I know for a fact my God is real, and the God that I serve is powerful. So I don't believe. I don't believe a lot of things at all because I know for a fact. And if I don't know, then it's time to start figuring it out and finding out. And if I don't know either, I just tell you I don't know. It's nothing wrong with not knowing. You don't know, you just don't know. But you stay stuck not knowing if you don't try to be coachable and open-minded to learn and see things from a different perspective. So me just lying to myself like, I'm coachable, which I really wasn't. I stopped myself from learning. I subconsciously put a limitation on my education and my growth. Whenever you feel like you know it all, you can't learn anymore, you just stopping yourself from growing. You might be on a brick to making $1 billion to level up financially, but you feel like, or you think that you know it all and what you're doing is going to get you that billion. Until a billionaire come and tell you like, hey, you can make these few adjustments and you could be on another level. And that's the thing too about competing and comparing with people. Like, you never know if you're entertaining the angel or not. You shun people away or you judge people. You never know. That could have been your blessing. That could have been your upgrade. That could have been your guidance, Me, I used to a lot, but now I just live with the flow. Like, if it makes sense, it makes sense. If not, whatever, I'll figure it out later. But I don't have to know everything, right? Like, if I'm feeling like, I just go with my natural flow. That's why I brought up that circadian rhythm, that circadian flow. You feel good naturally when you have the energy to do things, and then you try to put your energy and time in the right places. My bad, I'm finna roll up real quick. I just need a little attention on this. You don't know what you don't know, and there's nothing wrong with not knowing stuff, right? Because shit, if we knew everything, everybody would be perfect. It'd be a perfect world if this was that type of scenario in that case. Basically, I was holding myself back from learning. I jumped in this digital marketing thing. I mean, if they tell you, like, all you got to do is post a few times a day, it's a 2-hour work day, like, oh, I could do that. It's simple instructions. But I didn't care to learn, like, how they was doing it, why they was doing it, and so on, It was a method to it all. And I wasn't really trying to hear that. I was like, oh, it sounds easy. I could do it. Let me do it. And I just got to it. And I was having success. But the thing about that was I didn't know how I was having it. I was just having my lucky days because I was showing up to my lucky days. But luck will only take you so far. When you have the education to know how to do things, it becomes a different ball game. It becomes a different situation. And then you can capitalize off your knowledge too. Like, I was just saying, like, people love to tell you some shit, but they really don't be knowing. And a lot of people not honest with themselves. They won't tell you, like, oh, I don't really know for sure. They just start misguiding you and misleading you and wasting your time until you figure out and find out, But whatever, right? You give people a chance in life. You let them think they know some shit, or you figure out they don't know shit by following their advice or whatever, right? That was the whole way I got into this becoming an LLC. I was watching videos, and of course I had the desire to take action. So that's what's the difference between me and a lot of people. Like, nothing special. It's just I took action. But the only difference between me and the other more people in this industry, in the public relations industry, they did their research and they probably had somebody who knew what they was doing, their mentors. I just hopped on the internet looking at different people that was talking about stuff that sounded interesting to me, and that I thought they knew what they was talking about until I actually started putting the work in and getting the experience and the education myself, and I had to put the rest of the pieces together. But if I never took action, I would never know, and I can never be able to tell you what it really takes. But, I've done it. I've been through the steps. The other people that I listen to, they heard other people who've done it, and they try to make videos to have some likes or whatever for attention, putting out false information or halfway information, and this shit didn't help me, but it did get me going, right? Not to say I didn't appreciate what I heard from them, but you just got to do your own research. You got to get busy, and once you busy being busy, you start figuring stuff out. And that's what made a whole lot of sense with this, what I wrote down last night, my failures. Not everything is meant to work out right away, but nevertheless, like, just thinking back on my journey with digital marketing when I first started, doing the way that I was doing it, taking breaks, failing a lot. I learned a lot. I know exactly what not to do. I know exactly what to do. And it's like nobody could take these skills away from me, right? It gets better and better in time the more and more I do it. And then I was looking at it too, like not to be comparing my success to anybody else's success, but everybody has their own story to tell. You know, I can't tell your story for you. You can't tell my story for me. But my experience is what's going to help me give the experience to other people that is seeking to walk my steps, to take my path. And I'm telling you, if you want to be a CEO, you want to run a corporation, a LLC, a sole proprietor, whatever the case may be, like, it's good to go in with somebody else. You can have some people, as far as getting these grants and loans, because one thing you need to know is they do go by your personal credit. And once you establish your entity, whether it be an LLC, sole proprietor, or corporation, that's once you get established with that, with your personal credit, that's when your entity will be able to start receiving credit and establish their own credit like that. But it's a misconception and it's a broad lie where people will tell you, oh, start a company and then go get a business bank account and then you could get the grants and loans like that. Now, as far as grants, you could get a grant without an LLC. You could get a grant as long as you apply and you qualify. Sometimes people don't even qualify, but they know how to fill out them grants and they get it. And that's just free money from the government, just like the stimulus and other little subsidized programs they have going on. And y'all already know what it is, right? So you take advantage of it. Like I got food stamps, I get help. You got to go out there and ask for help. That don't mean people gonna help you either, though, right? So don't get it confused and don't be disappointed when you ask a motherfucker for help and they don't help. You just keep going. And shit, you do all that you can. Preserve your energy, put it in the right places. You got to take care of your mental health, your physical health. You got to be alert and aware of how you distort your energy. A lot of people be out here liking to have fun and they're draining their spiritual, putting their physical in danger. This world is a smoke and mirror place, you know, flashy lights everywhere. Once the lights dissipate, you stuck in the smoke, and then once all the smoke go away, you find yourself in the middle of danger. You find yourself in the middle of snakes. You find yourself in a fucked up predicament that you're trying to turn around and find a light to get up out of that dark place that you didn't land in. You have to be visually alert. You have to be socially aware, you know. Everything that glitter isn't gold. And I love to hear that analogy. Like, I don't know where it came from, but somebody obviously knew that just because it's shiny over here doesn't mean that that's the best place to be, that this place is going to illuminate your life. It's just going to shine light on whatever it's shining light on, because that's the view that they're showing you. But from this angle, you can see the full spectrum. And from this angle looking down, you can see the full spectrum. And I love the movie Vantage Point because everybody had the same experience. I mean, everybody experienced the same situation, but their experience of that situation was totally different depending on where they was looking at it from, right? And if you don't know about the movie, here's a spoiler alert. Vantage Point, one of my favorite movies. I don't talk about it a lot. I don't watch it a lot because I don't want to, you know, salt it down and wash it down because I like to watch it. But anyway, long story short, they was at this political event. Somebody in power or one of the higher ups was doing a speech, and then somebody was trying to take him out. Long story short, 3 to 4 people was there when it happened, and it had erupted or whatever. You know, I don't want to use that word, but y'all know the TNT, the BOMB word. That happened. The 3 people that was there when it happened, they all saw it happen, and they all was just showing different views of how they saw what was happening that led up to that point. And from their views was what the movie was made out of, from that singular event that happened that day. So I say that a lot, you know, like just because we go through the same thing don't mean our experience of that thing was the same. So that's why it's important not to be focused on what people got going on, trying to compete and compare, because you see what they're doing, you see what they have, but you don't feel their experience. You don't see their experience. Like a millionaire, he's like, I'm not gonna keep going into it, but you get the picture, right? That's why I say it's so important to stay running your own race, because the marathon continues. You might get exhausted, you might get drained, you might be weary, you might be discouraged, but that's when you start pacing yourself. That's why this circadian rhythm is important, to have the energy placed in the right places and into the right things so that you can run your marathon nonstop. And the reason I like that a lot, not because of just Nipsey Hussle, but the reason why he even brought it into the public, and it's a backstory to that. Back in the day, people, they knew their purpose in life, and that's what they lived for, their purpose in life. Whether your purpose was to be a teacher, they lived to teach and they taught until their last breath. Whether you work for the government, as far as the kings, the president, whatever, you're the messenger, that liaison is what it is nowadays, or whatever, the corridor, the messenger, or whatever they call it, the titles change. It just shows you how to interact with that person, place, or thing. But nevertheless, some people that went to go be the messenger boy, and that was their job. They'll go run to deliver that message no matter what it takes, and that was their life mission. So when it comes down to that, right, the marathon, when kings go to war, the king not there yet, but he got his people in position like chess. The king might be at the crib at the back of the board, and his people might be moving through the field, or vice versa. They might be coming in, and you have to block the attacks. I kind of lost where I was going with that. It's just like that, though. Like, you got to put yourself in position and stay in position. They always like, I kind of lost my thought. I love chess, and I love Vantage Point. But nevertheless, though, right? Like, it's just about running your race and putting yourself in position and staying focused on what you have to do. But back to the marathon, right? Um, so yeah, the Kings, that's where I was at. The Kings, when they go to war, they strategic. So they ready to battle. They putting people in places in position. And once they fight, if it gets so bad, the king will come out there himself and do what they got to do, right, to get it out the way. Or if it's not going that way, he will retreat before he become captured, because either way, his reign is now over. But if it goes to the point where he don't have to go physically on battle, his team win, somebody will come back and tell him what just happened. They'll let him know, like, yeah, we just won. Now, do you want to send more people to go conquer this area? Or do you want to come yourself? Or, I'm basically letting you know what's your next move could be, or what you should do. I'm letting you know it's time to make another move, right? I'm your messenger. That's my life goal. That's my purpose in life. If I was that person, and if I knew that that was my purpose. But it's easy to find your purpose in life. You just have to figure out what is your passion, what are you passionate about. And if you don't really know that, just think about what you do without paying. What do you do for fun? Like, what gets you up in the morning besides I gotta work, or I got kids to take care of, or I'm being put out? Whatever, like, right? What gets you up in the morning? And besides that, what can you do for free? You don't have to expect payments from. That's your passion. If you go out here and you go preach to the world for free because you like to do it, it's passion. And what I do is I teach people how to turn passions into profit, because why not, right? Why not do what you love for a living and make money from it? Excuse me. But the marathon continues, and that's why I really like to say that a lot, because my mission in life is to run my race until I'm done. People can say what they want to say, but I'm not a perfect person, but my mission is to do what I'm doing, and it's to help people become financially free and emotionally intelligent, so that you can have emotional stability, the tips and tools you need to manage anxiety and stress, because it's not no one and done thing. It's a ongoing process. It's the pursuit of happiness. That's why you need to learn how to incorporate these things into your life. The when, the how, the where, which is important. Um, Mental health determines a lot. It determines your success. It determines your failure. It determines how long you live. Everybody has a day. We all gonna check out one day. But if you can, you want to enjoy this time here on earth. You want to leave a memory behind. Like I was just saying, like, I'm not perfect, right? I'll never be. But I'm doing my mission, just like Martin Luther King. Of course, he had flaws. He's been gone for so long, but people still talk about the man. And when they talk about that man, you know exactly what his name referenced to. Civil rights, preaching, and so many other things, But nevertheless, it just goes to show, like, he spent a lot of his time doing what he was meant to be doing, what his purpose in life was. Whether he was an honest man the way he did it or whatever, I don't know. I don't judge. I don't care. But my whole thing of bringing him up was that, like, his name is still living. He done what he had to do and he's been gone. But when he was living, what he did with his life, what he did with his time, he was building a legacy. He was putting his energy to where it count. That's the same as Gandhi, the same as so many other great people. These just a few that I know about, people that I know as far as that left a legacy way before my time and still being talked about to this day. And that's possible with anybody. If you find out your purpose in life and you actually live your purpose, then you'll leave a legacy. People are going to know you from your work. Just like in the Bible, they say, my children, you know who my children is by their work. You know who their father is. If you see somebody out here causing hell all the time, you should know that there isn't a child of the light. Because we all have choices. That's when it comes down to being accountable. Children of the darkness, they always want to make excuses and live corrupt, cause chaos, and then hide when it's time for consequences. That's the thing about life, right? It's about balance. Everything is here for a reason. Everything is here for a purpose. So don't be discouraged when it's your season of drought. It's your season of, all the bullshit that we go through in life. Because we're not acceptable to it. Susceptible or whatever. I don't know. I can't even get the word out. We're not exempt. So you're going to have your turn. Just know that. But that doesn't mean that you have to flip off the handle and all that type of shit, right? That's just all that means. I'm using this little bro. It take a long time to roll up. Cause this shit's sticky, like Snoop said. I like it, but I don't like it when I gotta break this shit down. It's sticky shit, like your fucking hands be stuck. And I really do this shit. Like I break it down with my hands. I break it down with whatever. Like these tools come in handy. I don't advocate for drugs. I smoke weed, whatever, right? But I'm grown. So I'm gonna do this. Y'all could leave my channel if you don't like smoke or whatever. And nah, I'm not a junkie. I don't have a drug habit, but I do smoke a lot, and I like to smoke. I like to get high. I smoke to get high. And shit, it's cool. Okay, look, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing about me, right? I'm not the type of person like I'm different when I smoke. I'm different when I drink. I like to be laid back, cool. I don't like a lot of extra shit, right? That's me. That's my personality. It's in my DNA. I couldn't change it if I wanted to. It's how I was made. You'll see me smoke. You'll see me drink I'm not finna be a different person. Like, no, I'm the same person. You don't like me, I'm a boring drunk, I'm a boring high, whatever, right? I'm being safe and I'm being cool. I don't like people that be like, oh, I was this, I was that. I don't honor that. I don't respect that. If you can't handle whatever you offer, don't do it. I'm a type of guy like, I don't care what you offer. I ain't finna excuse you. You can die off that shit. For real. Fuck around, die out your mind and be like, Lord, where am I? He be like, you fuck around, found out. You shouldn't be shouldn't be out your mind. Now you out your body. You hear with me. I'm gonna try to give you another chance, maybe. I don't know, whatever, right? Fair or unfair, but that's me. Like, think what you want to think, say what you want to say. I don't play that shit. Control your shit, especially around me, because I don't play that shit. I feel like that's weird anyway, right? Like, you so out your mind, you don't know what's going on. Now, it does happen, like, especially with the alcohol, but be safe with the shit. Be responsible. They always say that. Don't be out your body to where them spirits really guide you to your death date. They say wine and spirits, a lot of people can't control that shit. They be out here really out their mind and body and letting these spirits get them fucked up. Put them in situations they gotta be like, I didn't know. So if you do get like that, you need to be indoors somewhere where you're safe by yourself, whatever, right? And this message ain't gonna be really like that because a lot of people ain't accountable. But I'm just giving y'all a heads up, I'm fair warning you. Because there's a lot of people that's like me, like, they don't give a fuck what you are for, they'll fuck you up, especially if you on some bullshit. People fuck you up being sober just for any reason. Everybody had their day. Like Scarface said, every dog has his day. And every dog do bite. So don't ever be like, oh, does he bite? Yeah. You give a motherfucker a reason to, he will. You just gotta expect people to be what they are, like DMX said. Expect a snake to be a snake and expect it to bite you. Expect a shark to take the limb off. Can't swim, don't be in the water, right? I don't be in there, I can't swim. But I will hop on the boat on the coast. But yeah, I be making these videos because it's exciting. I get to talk my shit. I get to let the world know what I got going on. I be going live on YouTube. They show a lot of love. It's decent. I like it over there. I like that on TikTok too, but they some weirdos on there. Like, I get a lot of, I ain't gonna even put them out there like that, but it is what it is, right? The people that come fuck with me, and the ones that want to come fuck with me, like, And I said that twice because I meant it in two different ways. Like, the people who want to get on my fucking nerves fucking with me, and the people who want to fuck with me to show love. You feel me? Get a lot of both of that. But I balance it out by leaving that shit alone and post. But it's cool though. I be making money on there like shit. We do the little battles like motherfucker. I be learning from people too. I be patient with they They just got a different sense of humor. They some different people over there. It's kind of weird, but they all just want some attention at the end of the day. That's what it really is all about. Motherfuckers hop on here. They want to socialize. It's where we hang out at. Online. So yeah, we hang out online. I'm a friendly guy. You can get to know me. Be my friend. Follow my page. Like and subscribe to my stuff. Especially if you want a piece of this money that I'm giving away on July 3rd, second year event. The second year annual event. So, to be a part of that, you just subscribe to my subscription page at the bottom low. Links in the bio. To the left. Links in the bio. I'm picking 3 of my subscribers to receive the cash giveaways. So that's how you become a part of that. And that's happening July 3rd. The end of the month is the last day to get qualified and to become a participant of the giveaways July 3rd. So I'm picking 3 subscribers, 3 people. It's going to be all different prizes, but mainly cash. And different amounts. I had 2 people last year we picked, and this year we doing 3. Next year we probably do 4 or 5. But every year on July 3rd, we're doing giveaways, Team Angie. So y'all become a part of my events, become a part of my giveaways, how we giving back. I always show my love and support this way. This how I show my love and support through Team Angie for all my supporters. We give back, we give that money. Because we know that's what we all want and need, right? So yes, I'm always giving back. Every year, July 3rd, this how it go. I'm giving away the different amounts and the different people. Different amounts of people, different amounts of money. Last year was 2 people, this year gonna be 3. 3 people I'm gonna be picking, random 3 people who gonna just get the different amounts. But back to my stress relieving activities. Check this out. I nurture all my shit and I take time to elevate and evolve. And this is something that helps me keep my mind on, doing just that. Thanks, love. Peace and blessings. Thanks for tuning in. See, this is my little bigger one right here. We take care of my little babies. This one. And then I got this one right here. These my males getting strong. Then I got three females. Finna have some 2 more. These 2 different strands right here. So I got like 6. Yeah, like 6 different strands. These bitch ass bugs be trying to get up on my shit, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. I got a little home remedy for that though. Got a little apple tree and a peach tree too. They about to start blossoming soon. Let me show y'all. I think I said y'all before. These the apples, and they go right here. Once it come out, I'll show y'all though. And then I got a little peach tree on the other side. That shit hard though. So I don't look like the type, but yeah, I garden. I do a lot of shit. And learning is the main thing. Learning how to do this stuff, being coachable. It just puts me in a state of mind and knowing like, caring for kids, caring for the world. Trying to put myself in position because I used to be a real selfish person, a real selfish guy, no matter if I would admit it at the time or whatever. But it's helping me let go of me and not to become the people, places, and things and impact. I ain't real low. I see some stuff trying to load in. But yeah, I just been letting God lead me where I need to be, like not even worrying about a lot of stuff. I do a lot. And I've done a lot since the beginning of this year. I done made 5. And I don't even post. Going through a lot of different changes. My bad. Let me set this right here for a second. But yeah, I'm trying. A lot of motherfuckers be coming in my life, becoming just a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta protect your. It be different people. Shit, you be surprised who the fuck allow these type of energies to be used. To use them. Body ain't that big. I could probably sit on this shit. Probably. All right, yeah. Well, I don't mind sitting on the ground either. Like, damn. I had to sit y'all down because I don't got no high tech equipment and all that shit, but I'm doing my best. Oh yeah, this the peach tree actually that I'm sitting in front of. Let me show y'all what this shit look like. We have to watch these people around here. Not everybody be on some weird shit, but I don't know either though. But I don't put nothing past no motherfucker either though. Cause I don't play that shit. This the peach tree right here. See how it look different than them apples? These way bigger than the motherfucking apple tree. You could probably see one right here turning a little peachy peach. They get big and they become peaches. Come right outside, eat off the tree. And then here go the apple tree right here. You can see these a little different. A little redder or whatever. These green apples, by the way, if y'all want to start y'all little garden, little trees, I got the seeds. So yeah, I got the seeds. It's a shame you can't really get them from the store anymore. You know how they do. Want to control everything. Really just on here to talk shit and put some positive vibes on your timeline. Let y'all know it's possible to live a life of peace. You know, if you focus on that, if that's what you want, people gonna come and try to unload their miserable lifestyles on you down there. Hold on. Got this ring fell out my pocket. I got this from one of my little sisters. Sweetest thing. Mind you that. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to put it so y'all can see. Alright. And it just the serenity prayer on there. It say, Lord, grant me serenity to accept the things I cannot change. The courage to change the things I can, the wisdom to know the difference. I think it goes the other way around. Pretty cool though, huh? So y'all see, that's what I be having on my hand. I don't really like wearing rings and shit like that because all my jewelry get lost at one point in time. Like my rings, earrings, chains, bracelets. I rock it all. I usually keep a bracelet on and a ring, a chain and an earring, glasses. Oh, actually, like I love accessories, earrings, headbands. I might get back into that too, but I'm just growing and I'm just enjoying the direction that my life is taking me and the growth in the areas that I'm growing in. And that's just it. You know, I'm not really, I got plans and goals and things that I really want to do with Team Angie, but in the meantime, I'm just focusing on taking care of myself, self-care, appreciating my supporters, showing love and appreciation to my supporters. And just focusing on being happy, you know, like I just want to be happy. Been going through a lot of shit, trying to put that behind me and close that chapter and just be happy, you know. I want to do more with my son, more for my son. All this I'm doing is so that I can leave something for him and to be able to give something to him. We don't spend a lot of time together because the choices I made in life to pursue what I'm doing and also selfish reasons. But yeah, you know, I want to be able to give to my children and be able to give away an opportunity for survival, not only survival but to thrive and create opportunity for you to thrive. You know, I've been surviving my whole life, and that ain't a way to live. You miss out on life. You know, you just merely existing at the time. A lot of people not really living; they just existing, and I was doing that for the longest, and I'm done with that. I'm now living my life and striving to be happy. That's it. That's all. If y'all don't like it, whatever. You know, like this is my life. This is what I desire. It's what I chase, and if you don't align with my dreams and goals, then we have to subtract and divide. That's just what it is. I'm aware of how people fuck with me, you know, I'm not dumb. I allow a lot of things, and now that I've been setting boundaries, I lose a lot of friends. I get a lot of peekaboos. People come to see if I'm fucked up like they desire me to be, but I'm good. I'm straight, you know. No love lost, no love gained, whatever, right? I like that too, whatever, right? Since I started this digital marketing, I've picked up a lot of lingo, a lot of terms, a lot of different stuff from different people. But that's what I've been hearing these past few months, that I've been learning and growing, evolving to who I need to become. Looking back, not even recognizing who I used to be, and that's a great thing. Not saying that I'm not proud of who I am and who I've been and who I need to become, because I'm me, and I can't be nobody else. I can't be no better person than myself. And I'm just trying to be a better person for myself, because I'm the only person that I really know like that, and that I can really do anything about as far as development. And development is crucial in life. Mental development. You don't want to be stuck in a baby mind trying to do adult things. And I really value that. Growing as an individual, growing financially, mentally, spiritually, being emotionally stable. And for men, it's important to know, like, you can talk about how you feel. That's why I advocate for mental health. Like, I'm not afraid to talk about how I feel, or I'm not an emotional man, at the same time, like, I'm so emotional, but I do feel a fluctuation of emotions throughout the day, and I try to have control over them all, you know, and it's important to know that this is important to be mindful of that, and be out here being emotional and intelligent, and out here flipping off the handle like a female, or just a person, period. You know, it's no male or female thing. If you can't control your emotions, it's something you need to work on, and that's a personal pride. So arrogant. But you know, they say pride comes before the fall. I just want to put that awareness out there, and hopefully it helps somebody be alert. And invest in yourself. I mean, it's your coin to toss, but if you're going to toss it, you might as well toss it in a position to where it's going to come back to you. It's nice to have nice things, and, you know, splurge a little bit, feel good and financially free, but you want to always make sure that your money works for you, so you can finally one day stop working for money. And that's what this is all about, my live mentorship. How to be level-headed when you're trying to make money and boss up. Being an entrepreneur is all fun and games and cool and dandy, whatever, sweet and candy. And that's however I wanted to make it seem like, but in reality, it's hard work. It takes a lot of determination. It takes a lot of sacrifices. It takes a lot of uncertainty. Like, you don't know sometimes. And if everybody knew how it go to get in business, everybody will hop in business and be successful. But in reality, it's a challenge, a daily challenge. It's a daily commitment as well. You know, I commit to this every day. Am I going to do something with Team Angie, or am I going to just let it pass by and be a phasing thing in my life? But you know what? The choice is yours. And this is, I don't know how many days of doing this. I don't always have the energy. I don't always have the motivation. I don't always have the direction. But I do know what I'm doing. And I'm showing up for my customers to know that you're the author of your life. If you tired of not experiencing the life that you desire, rewrite that shit. Start fresh today, and let today be day one of you writing the life, you taking action, taking the steps towards the life that you desire. It's a little too windy, but I'm about to smoke a chill. Peace and blessings. Hopefully this message helps somebody, give somebody a little bit of courage, a little aha moment on, you know, you got this. Toss with Team Angie Tuesdays and Thursdays. Catch me between 9 and 12, usually at 10 a.m., but, you know, life happens. But never to let you down, and never to be without anything for you all. Try to give you guys a little inspiration every day if I can. But if not, you know, I'm going to continuously make these videos and definitely drop these videos. So if you don't see me live, just know that I'm doing something, and something's being done. And you can also come check me out on YouTube or any other social media platform, Team Angie LC. I'm active on everything. Not live all the time on everything, but definitely active. So across me on any other platform, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment, because I do like, comment, and follow back. Peace and blessings. Amen. Happy Tuesday.